thing on. Hey everybody, it's me, Matt Scarfo. It's about 1 o'clock and I'm running from my gym in Morristown, New Jersey to my capital in Trenton, New Jersey. For those of you that don't know how far that is, it's about 50 miles. Yeah, 50 miles. 80 kilometers. It's kind of a stupid number. It's kind of a stupid thing to do too, but I'm here doing it. I got about 15 miles to go, and I'm doing it for, among other reasons. I'm gonna stop and talk to you. I'm doing it for, among other reasons.
Turn left.
Oh, well, what? It's a driveway. Anyway, so we're like 7 weeks into this thing now, and I was thinking yesterday, I was kind of kicking this idea around for a couple of days, if not a week or so, whether I wanted to do this or not. And yesterday I was sitting in my office and I was thinking, you know, on March 15th, the day before we had to close the business, the day that we were ordered by our government to close small enterprise. If you would have told me on March 15th that you would give me 2 months of no work, I could do anything I wanted, but 2 months the world would stop. I could work on any projects I wanted to. I could get any big thing done that I wanted to. You know, what would I do? I'd probably have 4 or 5 things that I would put on that list. You know, thinking, geez, 60 days to stop time. You know, I could write a book. That's on my list. You know, I'm a social media celebrity. That's on my list. Fix the swing set. It's on my wife's list. Vacuum my car. Still on my list. But you know, list goes on and on. So I'm sitting at my desk and I'm thinking, man, so it's almost been 2 months now and I haven't done shit. And I've done stuff, but none of the things that March 15th Matt would be proud of me doing, having all this time off. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna run from my gym in Morristown to the Trenton War Memorial in Trenton. Try to meet up with a bunch of people there who, it's my understanding, are exercising their First Amendment right of peaceful assembly. I think that's still legal, isn't it? No, actually it's not. Anyway, so, you know, I'm going to go down there and meet those guys. And because I'm a small business owner, this has affected me. It's affected a lot of people, men and women alike. It's been a pretty heavy load to bear for a lot of people, including myself. Now I've got a couple of friends that I'm a little worried about. Myself. And this isn't easy. I mean, you pull the plug on small business for some, but you leave other businesses plugged in for reasons that don't really make any sense. Shut down and, you know, quarantine, I get all that, but so I'm coming down here and I'm hoping that I could shed some light on the plight and the agony that this has caused so many people. You know, I don't know what the solution is, but I know what the problem is. And the problem is that a lot of us really don't know where to go from here. I've got friends that are concerned that they're going to lose their business. I think it's a very real possibility for everybody that owns a small business and was required to shut down during this. All bullshit aside, submitted 4 or 5 applications for the PPP loan, and none of them got accepted for no other other reason than there just wasn't enough money. And, you know, like the big boys like Ruth's Chris.
Turn left onto Bridgepoint Road.
Shake Shack and shit like that. You know, they get millions. And so we had to redo that. But, you know, where does that money go? You know, I'm frustrated. I feel frustrated. I feel disenfranchised by my constituents. And I hope some of my friends that are assemblymen, mayors, congressmen, councilmen, freeholders, surrogates, and so on take note, because there's a couple hundred of you in there, that this is bullshit. And I know that most of you agree. But honestly, most of us don't know who most of you even work for. So, I don't know. This is a scary time for a lot of people. I'm not telling you anything that you don't know. But you guys are still getting paychecks. And you guys are getting paid. You guys don't have to look your beautiful 8-year-old daughter in her big brown eyes and worry that you're lying to her when you talk about what's going to happen for the summer or for Christmas, for that matter. So I think that, among other things, I think that if
continue on to US 206 North,
that if we're being asked to close our business and not get paid, why don't you do the honorable thing? And I think many of us know exactly why many of you, most of you, all of you, won't do that. Because why would you, right? So, anyway, I'm approaching Princeton, hoping that I get to see the Blue Angels fly over. That'll be nice. And, I don't know, keep a couple things in mind. Number one, fit people are harder to kill. And we know that when we look at all the people that are dying from coronavirus. Obesity is such a death sentence when you get coronavirus that, you know, COPD, all of the things that fitness contributes to in terms of a healthy and fit body actually make that death toll a whole lot lower. I just swallowed a bug. So, the thing is that, I don't know, the world needs people like me. And the 5 wonderful people who work for me, who lost their job when this whole thing went down. People need businesses like 24-Hour Gym in Bud Lake, even though he stole my color. By the way, Wayne, I didn't forget about that. And yes, you did steal my color. But it's a nice color. I think we can share it. It goes for everybody. Gyms aren't that hard to keep clean. You just got to do it. We've been doing it for 10 years. I would be willing to assume some liability if we had to reopen. Oh, and that's another piece of bullshit about this whole thing. When I called my insurance company to find out if I was covered for something like this, you know what they told me? They said no, they actually introduced a clause into my insurance policy to everybody else's insurance policy that owns a small business that actually separates viruses from their infectious disease clause. So the good news is I'm covered for fungus and bacteria. The bad news is that I'm not for viruses. And that was actually a new addition for my 2020 business year. It wasn't like that in 2019, so that's interesting. But no, there's nothing we can do about that. And by the way,
total distance 46.66 kilometers. Total time 7 hours 19 minutes and 49 seconds.
So,
split pace 10 minutes 53 seconds per kilometer.
Now, I'm gonna get back to running. I got about, I don't know, what does it say? I got about 13, 14 miles left to go, so I'm gonna get there because I'm dying for a quarter pounder with cheese. I wish you all stay safe. I hope you all stay well. Make sure you look out for your neighbors, your friends. I can tell you firsthand, that the ones you think you don't have to worry about and the ones that you think have it together are probably the ones that don't. Probably the ones that don't. Some of us aren't okay. I'm okay right now. Some of us aren't okay. We're not going to tell you. If you ask me, I'm going to lie to you and say, I'm fine, how are you? So, I guess my word of advice for that would be, the ones that you wouldn't assume would need somebody to talk to, don't call them and ask them how they're doing, because they're going to lie to you. Just call them and talk to them. What's new? What have you done? How's the family? It's really important that the people out there that feel like they're left alone and they've got to put up a facade because they're bound to their whipping pole by their family, by their friends, by expectations, by their kids. We're really the ones that need. We're really the ones that just need people. So, reach out and say hello. God bless, Godspeed, stay well, stay healthy. And remember this next time elections come. See ya. Miss you guys. So I made it to the War Memorial. Just about 12 hours. A little long, but it is what it is. 50 some odd miles. I'll tally it up when I get home. My watch stopped working. Phone stopped working. Ran out of batteries for everything. I got 3% left now. So hopefully that lets me get you guys a video. My feet hurt. And that's about it. I got some chafing. I'm gonna have to choose a separate pair of compression shorts next time I go running, because I'd say that if it weren't for my feet keeping me from being able to walk very well, I'd say that getting a new pair of compression shorts probably be the most important thing going on right now. So anyway, thanks for taking the journey with me. I hope you guys got something out of this. Inspiration, motivation, the ability to prove to yourself that you can really do just about anything. It boils down to tolerance, not even pain threshold. You can stay below your pain threshold. It's just how long can you do that for? And I got to tell you, 12 hours is an awfully long time. 12 hours is an awfully long time to be stuck inside your head. I learned a couple of things about myself. I learned a couple of things about people in general. So probably one of the more remarkable things that I've noticed running down here is that there is a shitload of garbage in this state all over the place in the woods. Most surprisingly, most of the garbage that I found, or that I saw, was probably within 10 or 15 feet of the end of somebody's driveway. And they have to see it. There's no way you can't see it. You see that shit, just clean it up, man. It makes everything look disgusting. But anyway, so after I heal up from this, I don't know, we'll pick another stupid human trick to go for. And I don't know, hopefully this created enough awareness about the things that are important to me and important to friends of mine and my fellow citizens, my fellow subjects. And, I'll see you on the flip side. Be safe, be careful, be well. God bless, Godspeed, and see you guys soon. Hey everybody, it's me. Woke up about 2 hours ago. A good 16-hour nap after a 4-hour nap in the bathtub. I think that goes without saying that I needed a little bit of time to sleep that off, but nonetheless, I feel pretty good. I'm a little sore here and there, but one thing you learn when you work out hard, is that your body's got this certain threshold of pain, of soreness and discomfort after the workouts. It doesn't really get any worse than that. So honestly, I'm this sore from running 50 miles. I'd be this sore if I ran 20. It's no different. So you guys are stronger than you think. You guys are a lot more capable than you think. You'd be surprised what you can do if you just decide to jump and do it. And 50 miles was definitely longest run I've ever done. That's for sure. I don't know if I'm going to want to do it again or not. We'll see. But I hope you guys are well. I appreciate everybody following and staying in touch and giving me your best wishes and support. It was fun. And 12 and a half hours is a long time to be by yourself. And definitely learned a lot during that run. Not just about my body, but about my mind, my spirituality. Anybody that's ever run that far will tell you they probably go through a lot of different mindsets when they do that run. And I certainly did. And I don't know, it was a good experience. It was a really good experience. The reason I did it, one, is because I figured, why not? I figured I'd give it a shot and see if I can do it, and check that box. Other reason I did it was because I'm angry and I'm upset, being a small business owner and feeling like the resources that were supposed to be available to us aren't available to us, and that's fine. But yeah, I feel like we've been made a promise that nobody's really kept, and not only has nobody kept it, but I feel like we were made that promise in bad faith. And I also ran it for the people out there that are having a hard time keeping it all together. I know that as a father, I know that as a husband, I know that as a business owner, I know that as an American, I know that as a community member. It's hard. I feel like the longer this goes on, the thicker and thicker our shells get, and that kind of keeps us from all of the good things that exist out there in the outside world. So for everybody out there that's had a hard time keeping it together and don't know if you're going to make it through, how you're going to make it through, it's similar, I guess, to running 50 miles, and that's just, I can't count how many miles I have left to go, because 49, 48, 47 sure would have made that run a whole lot more painful than it needed to be. Instead, one of the things that really made it through was knowing that simply putting one foot in front of the other and making sure that no matter what I'm doing, so long as I'm moving forward in any moment of time, that I'm getting closer to the end of the road. So for everybody out there that's having a hard time keeping it together, one foot in front of the other. Don't worry about the what ifs. Don't worry about the what whens. Just worry about the right now. So God bless, Godspeed. Hope to see you all on the other side. Thanks again.